Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video we are going to be comparing Shockbyte to Bisect hosting to help you decide which of these game server hosting providers is best for you. We will be taking a deep dive into both of these tools, comparing the features, the specs, the pricing, and everything else that you need to know. Before we jump in, if you do want to get the best deals and discounts with either Shockbyte or Bisect, you can use my affiliate links down in the description. Now, the first thing that we will cover is the games that both of these server hosting providers support, because there is a lot of these. So as you can see, we have the main games like Minecraft and Palworld, Project Zomboid, Valheim, all of the popular games up here. But as we go down, you can see that there start to be a few indie games, and we start to get a few more niche and less popular games in here as well. So that is Bisect right here. Then we can also see on Shockbyte, they have a lot of games that we can get access to. So what I would recommend is just going to both of these, going over to the game section. And then if you are going for a smaller game, a game that you think, I don't know if they have this, you might want to go in and check on here. So we can go up to the top, you can search for your game, and we can see if both of these server hosting providers support the game that you are looking for. But if we jump into the price, let's take Minecraft as an example, because this is by far the most popular game. We can go in here, and if we take a look at Shockbyte right here, 8 GB of RAM is the most popular option, and this is going to be $32 per month. Now, one thing that I will add in here before we get into the pricing on Bisect is when we go to buy a Bisect server, something really cool that we don't get access to on, never mind Shockbyte, really any Minecraft server provider, is the fact that they will actually pre-install mods on your server. So with both of these, with both Bisect and Shockbyte, it's pretty easy to install mods. With Shockbyte right here, we have a one-click mod pack installer, and this is included on all servers. But I just think it's really cool that you can actually pre-install a mod onto your server in this section right here. Now, depending on the mod that you are looking for, of course, this doesn't include every single mod in the world, but it does include a lot of the big mods right here. You can go down and choose exactly what mod you are looking for, and you can add this to your server. It doesn't cost anything extra to do this. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to not select any mod. We're going to go down to the next step. This is essentially redundant, like whatever you select here doesn't make a difference. So we can click on next, and then we can choose if we want to go for budget or premium. Now, this is not an option with Shockbyte. Shockbyte is just Shockbyte. You just get the server. You don't have two different options right here like you do with Bisect. I don't really like the way that they do this, because essentially you might think at first glance that there's going to be a difference in like the specs, the CPU, the amount of RAM that you get. This is all the exact same between premium and budget. And if you go into the FAQ section, they even say this right here. The premium and budget plans share the exact same hardware specs, as we can see right here. The only difference you'll notice is the features bundled with the plan. Now, if we take a look at what the features actually are, it's just the fact that you get a dedicated IP right here. So with the budget, you don't get this. With the premium, you do get this. With the automated daily backups, once again, we don't get this with budget, but we do get this with premium. The manual backup slots we have right here. And this is the most important thing, is the global locations. So this is essentially going to be a killer if you live anywhere outside of Europe or North America. Because if we go to premium right here, you can see we have locations all over the world. All over North America, we have one in South America, we have them all over Europe, we have one here in Australia, one here somewhere in Asia, and another one somewhere in Asia right here. But if we go to budget, we essentially just have North America and Europe. So if you are in Australia and you buy one of these budget plans, or if you are in South America and you buy one of these budget plans, your ping is going to absolutely suck. So if you are in these locations, you essentially are forced to upgrade to the premium location right here. Now, in terms of the price differences between these, if I just select one of these and select the location, we can see the difference between the premium and the budget plan right here. So comparing this to the 8 GB of RAM that we are going with on Shockbyte, if we move this over, we can see that this is going to be more expensive for the premium on Bisect, essentially $40 per month right here, as opposed to $32. Whereas with the budget plan, if we move this along, this is $23 per month, so a big jump right here. And essentially all we get for this is some daily backups and also more global locations. So that is the pricing right there. Essentially the way that this is stacked is the most expensive is going to be Bisect Premium. Then in the middle, we are going to go with Shockbyte. And then on the lower end, we get the Bisect budget. Now, in terms of the specs that we get, the hardware specs with both of these server providers, Shockbyte are a lot more open about what we actually get. So if I go over here and we look at the Shockbyte specs, we can go ahead and click into this, go down to what are the specs on your servers, and it tells us exactly what they are using. So we can see they are using a combination of Intel Xeon, and they show you the exact one we are using, and then AMD Ryzen. Whereas over here on Bisect, they just tell us we're kind of using Ryzen, like Ryzen is mostly there. It's 65% of what we use, but they don't tell us exactly what they are using. They're saying now we're starting to get in Ryzen 7s, but these are only new shipments. So they kind of tell us what they are using, but they are definitely not as transparent as Shockbyte are right here. Something else that I did actually forget to mention with the pricing is with the pricing right here, this is the monthly price, right, that we can see right here. And we can see right here. But what we can do with both of these server providers is we can actually go up and we can get a discount for buying quarterly or semi-annually or annually. So if we pay for this annually and we pay for this upfront annually, as you can see, the price on Shockbyte is going to drop to $23 per month. But of course, we pay for this for the entire year. So this will be $287. We can do the same thing over here on Bisect. So when we go to order, we can choose if we want to buy this annually, semi-annually, or quarterly with both of these options. Now, the discount that you get is going to be bigger on Shockbyte. As you can see, we get 25% off for going annually, where on Bisect, this is only 15% off with both options. Semi-annually is 20% over here on Shockbyte, whereas semi-annually on Bisect is 12.5% and 12.5%, and then quarterly is 10% on both of these. Some other things that we want to be taking a look at is the features that we get with both of these server providers. So just going into these, we can see that with Shockbyte, we get a 72-hour self-serve refund. So if you buy your hosting and then decide within 72 hours that you don't like this, then you can get a refund. We also have instant setup, so very easy to set your server up with both of these tools. 100% uptime guarantee, 24/7 support, instant mod pack and plugin installer. Very important that it has this, just makes modding very, very easy, and DDoS protection is also super important to stop hackers. Then if we go over to Bisect, we can see once again 24/7 support, servers worldwide for low latency. I don't know if I would agree with this. Yes, for the premium, not for the budget. Automated mod pack installation, so that's the quick mod pack installers, 2 years of backups, free dedicated server IP, and of course, DDoS protection is very important. So both of these are absolutely fantastic server providers. If I was to give you my personal opinion and the one that I would go with, I would personally go with Shockbyte. I have just found when testing these that these servers tend to be better. They tend to be a little bit faster than those on Bisect. With that being said though, if you do want to go for the budget option on Bisect to save a little bit of money, that is certainly a fantastic option. Something else I will also add here is if you are in South America, if you are in Australia, or if you are in Asia, then you definitely want to go with Shockbyte to get the higher ping rather than going with the premium option on Bisect. This is just way too expensive in my opinion. If you do decide to go with Bisect, go with the budget, don't go with premium. If you have to get premium, then just go straight over to Shockbyte. So that is my comparison of Shockbyte versus Bisect hosting. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.